Poised for Exit is a show for business owners who want to achieve a successful exit based on their own terms. Your business exit will likely be the biggest financial transaction of your life, and for most, you'll have one shot at doing it right. The topics and guests we feature and the stories they share will provide valuable ideas and strategies to improve operations and grow enterprise value so you can achieve the best possible exit outcome. Now here's your host, award-winning certified exit planning advisor, Julie Keys.
Welcome everyone to the Poised for Exit podcast. Today's guest is an owner of a wealth management office and winner of multiple awards for her work with owners of private business, especially in legacy planning. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is Andy Kosamba, president of Calhoun Companies. We understand that selling your business is a big deal. Since 1908, Calhoun Companies has been confidently connecting buyers and sellers. From small family shops to large corporations, our expert brokers walk with you and guide you every step of the way, whether you're looking to retire or simply for a fresh start. If you're curious what your business could sell for, or if you're ready to start the process, head to calhouncompanies.com for a free and confidential consultation. Calhoun Companies, the confident choice for buyers and sellers.
My name is Todd Crow, and I'm the president of the Twin Cities Exit Planning Chapter. If you're a business owner and advisor and want to learn more about the world of exit planning, you're invited to visit the Twin Cities chapter of the Exit Planning Institute. You can expect top-level education delivered by subject matter experts at every monthly meeting. Grow your network and draw from the learning that could be a game changer for your business or your practice. There's no pressure to become a member, so come and see what the buzz is all about. Our meetings are held the second Wednesday of the month, 7:30 to 9 a.m. See the show notes for more information and registration links.
Exiting your business is a big deal, both financially and emotionally. I'm John Marquet, Certified Exit Planning Advisor with TrustPoint. We help business owners transition smoothly on their terms. Our focus is on maximizing value, minimizing stress, and giving you confidence in what's next. Whether you're selling or passing the torch, we make the process seamless. Start planning today at trustpointinc.com. That's trustpointinc.com.
Thinking about selling your business in the next few years? Don't wait to start planning. I've seen too many business owners wait too long and regret it. Freedom Financial Partners are financial advisors who specialize in exit planning for business owners, helping you reduce tax surprises, protect what you've built, and quantify how much you need from the sale. Their proven process helps you think beyond your business so you can move forward with clarity and confidence. The longer you wait, the fewer options you may have. Download your free financial readiness assessment today at ffpforme.com/exit. That's ffpforme.com/exit. Hello, Poised for Exit listeners. We are here today with Stacey Bartelson, who is the partner and financial advisor with Edward Jones in the Twin Cities. And Stacey, I'm so happy that you're on the show. Welcome to Poised for Exit.
Thank you. I'm glad you had me, Julie. I've always enjoyed listening to your podcast, and now being a guest is such an honor.
Yeah. Well, it took us a little while to get you here, but we made it happen.
Finally.
And you've been doing some amazing things in building your practice and the work, of course, that you do with business owners, which is why we wanted to have you on the show. But before we get into our, content of our interview today, I would just like to have you share with our listeners a little bit about how you got to where you are. Like, why did you decide wealth management?
Actually, that's a great question. I love sharing my story because I would have never thought I'd be in this industry, especially as a female, when I started this 18 years ago when I was 27 years old. And I would have thought only men were in the financial services industry, and who's going to want to invest with a young 27-year-old woman. But what I realized is when you truly have a passion for something and helping people, everything will fall into place. And so I had been an Edward Jones client at a young age of 20. I always wanted to figure out how to save for the future, coming from a small farm town in Iowa.
Yeah.
And I always knew how to work hard and worked on farms to make money, waitressed. And so when I thought I would retire someday, because I had heard that word, I knew I needed to do some type of planning. And so at 2021, when I got my first job, I went into an Edward Jones office saying, how do I save for the future? Tell me what to do. And 7 years after that, growing my career and getting my master's degree, he's like, I think you should help people do this. And it was 2008 when there was a big financial crisis and everybody said I was crazy. to quit my job and start my own financial firm, but I did that with Edward Jones, and I've been here since. It's been a great ride and very passionate about what I do. So thanks for asking.
Yeah, I know you are, and you've risen through the ranks quite quickly. So happy for you. Very proud of you, actually.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and a good company too.
It is. It's a
Yeah.
great company to be with.
Well, and you're also a CEPA, you're a certified exit planning advisor, and in addition to CFP. So, that's a good differentiator, especially with the fact that you work with so many owners. So maybe we could kind of go into that just for a minute and talk about the role that you're actually playing in helping owners to prepare for that transition.
Yeah, helping business owners understand the big picture. I think the biggest part is really trying to help them figure out what is their enterprise value and what does that actually mean. It's not just about financials. And a lot of people think a financial advisor comes in to just help with the financials and the investments. And that's really not the case. It's looking
Right.
to help our business owners more through their strategies, personally and professionally as a family, even if it is a family business or not. It's not a single event when it comes to exit planning. It starts when they actually start their business. None of us know when they're going to exit a business. It can be planned or unplanned. And a lot of businesses end up not selling. Actually, 70 to 80%, as you know, and I know, don't sell. And that is because unexpected things can happen. They haven't planned for that. So my role is really to help business owners to work on their business and try to help build a plan that aligns with their business as they grow it today and for the future.
Yeah. And there's so much more, like you said, to being that trusted advisor for the business owner. And I know my listeners have heard me talk about this many times over the years since we started producing this show. But I just can't say it enough. And I'm going to say it again, and that is that I believe that the financial advisor is probably the most, you know, pivotal, important person at the table when it comes to transition planning, simply because you're there for the entire duration, right? People like me, the CPA, the attorney, the deal maker, we're all there for a time, but then we go away. But you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are from start to finish. And
Right.
I have a huge passion for helping people start businesses and not just start them, but grow them to where they need that to be based on the
Yeah.
plan and the life they want to leave their
Yeah.
family generations to come. And so that's all the way to the exit, whether that's to family, to strategic buyers, private equity, whatever they decide based on their goals and dreams.
Yeah, and the fact that you've been an entrepreneur and were raised by them, I think makes a big difference. That honestly, I believe that that's my differentiator too, because I kind of understand like the things that clients go through. It's not just theoretical, right? You've actually lived it, and so you're working with them in practice, not in theory, which is really powerful. But unfortunately, we know that a lot of business owners wait too long to get things started, and so that could be problematic. But I just like to have you address why, from your perspective, why that's problematic. Waiting
Well,
too
a lot
long.
of business owners, they don't think about the end in mind. You know, their focus is I'm a doer. I work in my business. I don't work on my business. And I think you're a business owner. I'm a business owner. We all fall into that trap. Our
Hmm.
focus is growth. We want to grow. We want to be bigger. We want to be stronger. But then we postpone thinking, what if something happens? And what does that look like if something happens today or in the future? What if I do want to exit because my time is to move on to the next chapter of life? And so that can be really risky if we don't think with the end in mind and have that mindset around intentional planning. And owners lose a lot of leverage and options in their legacy plan if they don't always plan for the exit from the day that they start their business.
Right, because we'll all exit someday. It's either going to be on our terms or somebody else's. And that doesn't mean that they're done, right? So let's just talk about that. When we talk about continuity, right? We want to make sure that the business owners are thinking continuity, and maybe many owners are entrepreneurial, trailblazing people, and they have no intention of not working. They just want to do something else, right? Use the skills and talents that they've acquired and the equity position they have, maybe start another business, invest in one, whatever it is, right? But it isn't just about them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's about the families, their
Their
team.
clients,
Right.
the people that work for them. I mean, when you look at continuity, you have to be intentional about what's going to happen next. And I
Hmm.
always tell our business owner clients that it's not just about you, it's about your family, it's about your goals and dreams in the future, but it's about the next generation of people coming into the company. If you're a service industry like myself, what happens to the clients if something happens to me, if I haven't built a team up and a great succession plan behind me? And so I think continuity and consistency for clients, family, yourself is super important.
Yeah. And since you've been a business owner yourself, like I said before, it's a lot easier then for you to think from a practical standpoint, which I'm sure really impacts the way that you advise your clients when it comes to, transition planning, exit planning, whatever it is they're doing, if they're transitioning out over time or if they're just going to sell and go do something else. But then there's also that the legacy planning part, right?
Yeah.
That you're so good at. I talked about that in the opener of the show. So let's talk about that. What does that look like?
Well, to be honest, I always thought of myself as a financial advisor versus a business owner. And I think a lot of us as business owners don't always think of ourselves as a business owner. We're just the doers, we do the work. And my mindset really shifted when I got my SEPA that you mentioned, the Certified Exit Planning. And the book they have you read is Walking to Destiny. Highly recommend. And then I started to get to know you at that point and read your book, Poised for Exit, which really transformed how I felt about my own business. Like, man, I do have a business. I manage a lot of assets. I manage a lot of clients and their families and business owners' assets. So I need to start, if I'm telling my clients to think like a business owner and a CEO, I need to be doing the same thing. And I need to lead by example. And that actually restructured what we're doing today and looking at the big picture of becoming more of a team versus myself as just an advisor.
Right.
And so I know I wanted to mention that because you and I were talking about it a year ago. I merged with another large practice. And we
Yes.
became the Bartelson Blesner Wealth Group under Edward Jones. And what was important about that is we both had grown very successful practices, but it took a lot of planning. It's like a merger acquisition, not any different. And we
Right.
had to figure out how do our teams work together, processes. We went through behavioral coaching,
Mm.
communicating about everything that could happen when you become as a partner, it's like a marriage. And so I always, since we've been through it, we can help our business owners lead through change and merger acquisitions as well. But now we know, and our clients know, it's not just me as an individual advisor. I have a team. And so if
Yes.
something happens to me or my business partner, we have other advisors and we're building up people under us and support staff. I want every business owner to do the same thing. They are more valuable when they go to exit someday, when they have not just themselves, the business owner. It is them as a team, a great culture. And so that's why I like to help people from start to finish, because
Mhm.
you need that consistency, continuity for your business long term and start with the end in mind.
Yeah, to your point about the whole process of a merger or acquisition, either way, you're bringing two companies together, right? Whether you're merging or acquiring or being acquired,
Yeah.
and that is no easy task, as you have learned.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it takes time and it takes
Yeah.
a lot of work and communication, but also you and I always talk about this, the dream team, like who's all on your team supporting you to
Yeah.
get that successful merger acquisition to happen.
Mhm.
And it takes a lot of people, not just, a financial advisor or someone like yourself that helps with exit planning. It takes a whole team.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. Maybe we could kind of, delineate a little bit between an M&A type merger team and then an exit team, right? There's going to be some overlap and then there's going to be some differences. And you don't have to name the people that you worked with, but maybe you could just identify the roles that actually were around the table when you put this all together.
Well, I think what helps with us is being with a partnership that we have through Edward Jones. They helped us a lot through the legal and the accounting work and the partnership agreements and the percentages and payouts and all that type of stuff. But when
Mhm.
typical business owners, work together, and that's something we help with at Edward Jones, we have a whole M&A department. So besides our Bartelson Blesner Wealth Group, it goes beyond our walls here. We have a lot of support on our dream team through Edward Jones, but outside of that as well. And that's everything from specialized M&A support to business transition planning, resources like yourself that helps with that planning. And then when people go to the sale, a lot of times there's a liquidity event. Another thing that you have to look at, like for us, we weren't doing a liquidity event at this point, but what's that look like in the future? What it
Right.
that look like for my family? We, within our firm here at Edward Jones and the Bartelson Western Wealth Group, we have like the family office available to our clients. And that is so important for people to know, like, I have a number today of where I'm at in my traditional plan of my life, but I have an end goal of where I want to be someday. And I want to be able to leave a legacy for my family and have philanthropy and give to charities. And I want to live this life that I've always lived, even when I'm not working someday in this business and working so hard. Well, what's that number? And you and I talk about that. There's a gap of like, if I have 10 million today, but truly I need 20 million after tax to do all these things, or
Right.
50 million, whatever that number is. We need to create that team, whether it's portfolio managers and insurance and tax planning and M&A advisors, lots of different people. But that is something that I think is really important that we focus on. Is we might not have everybody specifically here in our firm, but we will go outside and bring those specialists in, because it takes a
course.
whole team from starting to selling and life after the sale. So good.
Yeah. Well, and you do have a lot of resources internally already with your core team, but like you said, you've got all of those resources within the Edward Jones Corporation. And wow, I mean, you just keep adding more and more. So you really do have, maybe you don't have accounting yet, but I know you have M&A, and you're starting up a bank soon, right? Edward Jones is.
Mhm.
And
And we have a
and
lot
then,
of, it's more referral centers too. We work with,
of course, all the referral
we
centers. Yeah.
we have a lot of referrals to investment bankers that we built relationships with at Edward Jones internal.
Right.
And, we do have tax help and estate planning help,
Mhm.
all of those services, but sometimes we find local for people. It just depends what a client's need is.
So when it goes, when we're talking about beyond like normal business support, business owner support, financial planning, I know that you guys have got family office services that you're implementing within your practice and for your clients. Let's just talk about family office services for a minute.
Yeah, and what we call it here, which makes sense, is Edward Jones Generations. And the reason we call it that is because we want to help families for generations
Yeah,
and generations and generations.
of
And so
course.
that's why we at the Bartelson Blessner Wealth Group created a team of succession for our clients to know that their kids and grandkids will always be taken care of here
Yeah,
locally. But outside of that, we have portfolio managers, estate and tax planning specialists, investment managers, relationship managers. Those are all part of our team that we get for our clients. And that is really to help with generational planning and making sure that they have every service that they need, instead of having to go and find all their own. And that can be very complicated and complex. We try to simplify our clients' lives so they can just go live the life they've always wanted and
Mhm.
achieve their goals and dreams in the one life we get. We only get one chance at this thing called life. And if
That's
you don't
right.
live it, then what?
Right. Well, and it's similar to transitioning from a business. Most of the time you have one shot, right? Sometimes you get a second bite of the apple, but not always. Most of the time you don't. So we don't want to make mistakes on or going on the cheap either, right?
Which is why you do
Yeah.
what you do. If you don't do it right the first time, then
Yeah, there you go. For
you
sure.
can't fix it.
Yeah. So I would like to spend our last few minutes together here, Stacey, talking about, first of all, the event that we have coming up, May 13th, and then a series that you have under the same brand that you're going to be kicking off right after that event. So let's talk about Owner's Edge.
Yeah, Owner's Edge, I'm just helping alongside Jen Roth at Blue Spark that wanted to create this event. So I'm just co-sponsoring through our company to help
Yeah.
bring information to business owners. And so the reason we called it Owner's Edge, or Jen called it Owner's Edge, was because we want to bring information to business owners. We want to educate them so they make the right decision from start to selling to life after. And so our tagline is grow smarter, prepare earlier, and exit stronger.
Yeah.
Our first event will be May 13th. We're just trying to do afternoons because business owners are busy. And then our next one will be October 8th. And so we're bringing in awesome speakers, a keynote speaker that has went through the transition of starting, selling, and life after for multiple businesses. We have 3 different panels that kind of talk about each stage. And then an opportunity for business owners just to hear from their peers and meet other business owners, because we only learn from each other's mistakes and successes.
Yeah.
And so that's what this space is for. And then after that, we want to start bringing in just featured speakers for webinars for business owners, just a quick login and hear an hour of some topic they want to hear. It could be on tax, it could be M&A, it could be different ways to get capital to grow bigger. It could be on people. It could be on exiting and having a coach do that like yourself. So we're really excited about it because there's a lot of things out there that cost a lot of money, and we're trying to keep this very inexpensive and a place for business owners to come and not have to take a lot of time out of their day.
I love that. And it sounds like you're kind of taking a little bit different angle than what is out there in the marketplace in terms of education for business owners. And I really like that. So I'm looking forward to being your moderator. I think it's going to be great. You've really assembled some amazing people to be on those panels with topics that actually correlate with each other and flow really well in the order of things. I think it's going to be a super good value-added learning experience for everybody in the room. So
We're very
congratulations on that.
excited about it. It's been something I've always wanted to do. I know at Edward Jones, we're going to start doing more and more of these around the whole US, because we know the importance of business owners needing the information so they can be prepared to have the exit in mind from the day they start their business. And so we're very proud to be doing it first here in the Twin Cities, and hopefully it's all over the US.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Well, we're out of time already. Can't believe it, but
It
it's
goes too
great.
fast.
Loved having you on the show. You're doing great things out there in the world, Stacey. So I'm really happy
Thank
for you.
you.
Proud of you.
You know what? When you love what you do and you're very passionate about helping people to grow and live the life that they want to live, it's just every day is a blessing, and it's great to be able to be in this career and help as many people as I can.
It's impactful. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Well,
And
thank you for having me.
of course, yes. Thanks for joining us, and thank you to all of our listeners and our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. We really do encourage you to share this episode and comment on our YouTube page. And of course, join us again next time.